Welcome to the Friends and Rivals podcast.
Or human rights, for that matter.
Let's talk Devils and Islanders, let's talk Penguins and Rangers, but let's not talk about Flyers, cause they're a bunch of fucks, which no one can deny.
Don't try it till you've had it. This is episode 76 of the Friends and Rivals podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tom Harkness. Joining me each week are
Devils coverage expert Stephen Wojtowicz.
Penguins expert Bill Fougere.
Islanders sort of expert, Nick Larita.
That's the proper intro right there. Are we still doing this, by the way? Did your neighbor listen? Is he good still?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, as long as he knows who everybody is, I mean, I think that's
We didn't talk
thing.
We didn't talk this week. We was gonna come over for dinner, but he got his whole family came over except for him because he got stomach ache issues. There's stomach issues before dinner, so he's like, "I'm sending my family to you guys." I'm like, "That's brilliant, brilliant." I sent steak back with him for him. So,
Up in New Jersey, we just call that Corona. He got Corona.
I mean, if I was like, I got a headache, you guys have to go without me. But it's 2 doors down. It's not like really far. So
I love that
Legitimate
band.
Two doors down. Isn't that band?
Yeah, I love that band.
issue. It's the better version. Than Three Doors.
Is that the cover band of them? Is Two Doors
Yeah.
Down?
Yeah,
That's the bootleg version.
I think they sing closing time.
Opening time. Open time. It's time to open the doors.
Come in, get your shit here now that we're open.
I'm not sure Three Doors Down sings that song to begin with.
2 doors down.
No, Semisonic.
Semisonic.
Yeah, that's the
Damn
one.
it, don't ruin it. Don't ruin the bad bit. Come on.
Oh,
It's already bad
No,
enough.
it's so bad.
That's a bad
It's
song,
so
by the way.
bad.
Are we talking music yet?
Nobody even knew that
I
band.
was about
Oh
to
yeah,
say,
no, let's change. Yeah, change.
It's
the
so
topic.
bad at music. Billy wasn't saying a word. Hey. All right, let's ride the Metro. Sponsored by Nestle Quick. Hello, boys and girls. Do you hate the taste of regular milk and need energy? Try Nestle Quick. One sip and you can feel the energy in your muscles. Nestle Quick, now available in chocolate and strawberry.
They say the real men drink pink, then I'm a real man for sure. But if you like the brown, I still love you for who you are. Because it's time for acceptance of everyone, all preference. We're all quick on the inside anyway. Nestle Quick, it does the trick.
And we're going to start out by the
And this is the final stop this train will be making.
until what? September? No, October probably, right?
Well,
I doubt
regular
it.
season in October. Thankfully, we'll have
Previews.
spring training
Draft.
games next year, right, Tom?
Yeah, for
We got
whatever
draft
reason,
coming up.
I
draft
wanted to
coming up,
call
don't
it
worry.
spring training. But it's going to be short this year. We'll go back to a regular calendar year next year. So we'll have regular programs back on in September. But we will be here probably through most of July. Then we'll take probably all of August off. Maybe shoot one in there in the meantime if anything huge comes up. But
Man.
this is now the Rangers are on summer vacation, just like all you other fuckers. It sucks. It really, really fucking sucks. You know why?
No
Because-
shit.
The Rangers had the series in their hands and they just lost it. They were in every game. They had opportunities in every game. They just didn't make that one extra play that Tampa did in each of those games. And the reason why Tampa won, you can hear all about why the Rangers were tired and they played so many fucking games. I don't want to hear any of that bullshit because you're all playing hockey. You're all playing games at this time of the year. Your adrenaline is all fired up. The Rangers lost this because if you looked at Tampa and the way they played as a 5-man unit. They supported the puck more than any team I've seen in this playoffs. And the Rangers just absolutely didn't do that. And the Rangers just didn't make adjustments to play that style of game. They continued to play the same exact style they played against Pittsburgh. They played against Carolina. That obviously worked for them, but it just didn't work against Tampa. And they made the one extra play in every game that put them over the top. You want to talk about that goaltender interference or the debatable goaltender interference that everyone's crying about? Listen, even if that game does go to overtime, I still think you were going to get similar results. What you can talk about is why Ryan Strome was in that game to begin with. If he was only going to play, I mean, look, the coach, I'm sure, and I'm sure he was in Gallant's ear and say, hey, listen, I can play. I'm good. I'm ready to go. Telling the medical staff that same thing. But man, right from the opening faceoff, it looked like he couldn't skate. So what you're telling the fan base is that a 30% or 40% Ryan Strome is better than a 100% Capo Caco. Not only that, are you saying that is that Dryden Hunt is a better option than Capo Caco in that game 6? I just don't buy it. When you have somebody who's offensively gifted like Caco is, okay, he's more gifted than fucking Dryden Hunt, and he's probably more offensively gifted than a 30 to 40% Ryan Strome.
No,
but on the opposite side of that, okay, you have the entire offense from Tampa. 3 guys. Steven Stamkos had 5 goals and 2 assists in the series. Kucherov had 3 goals and 5 assists, and Palat had 4 goals and 4 assists. Everybody else, the Maroons, the Sergachevs, they chipped in with a couple of goals here and there. They were important goals, don't get me wrong, but those are the 3 guys that beat you in this entire series. Those 3 guys beat you. Their best players beat you. Simple as that. And it's tough to lose when you go up 2-0 in game 3. You win that game. You have to win that game. And right then and there, you win that game. It's a 3-0 series lead, and that is a completely different series. 100% completely different. I really truly feel that. And then you got some days off, and then you start the Stanley Cup final. But all that shit didn't happen. What happened, what transpired on the ice was Igor was great, just not good enough. And Tampa's best players showed up and they beat the Rangers. That's the bottom line of that series. I don't want to hear Gallant can talk all about them being tired and how many games they played all he wants. And I said that earlier, but that's the reason why they lost.
And, they had that same problem against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh being a lesser team couldn't finish them off, but to me, that's one of the points about the Rangers. One of the things they need to address is that they can't contain the other team's top line in the playoffs. It doesn't seem like they could. I mean, Carolina had their head up their ass with offense and couldn't get their power play going and whatever, and they have their own issues. But you had the Crosby line, with and without Crosby, killing the Rangers, and you get to this final series against the Eastern Conference final series against Tampa, and their top line again killing the Rangers. And that's something like when the Islanders made their push last season. I mean, they had the Pulock duo. Like that's the kind of hard nosed shutdown number 1 defensive pairing that you need. And like a guy like Trouba, yeah, he can go around and intimidate people and knock them in the next week. But he's not good enough to protect the front of his net all the time. He'll throw the big hit, but he's not part of that defensive shutdown pairing. And Rangers are so close.
I agree with you. And I also think that, for as great as Fox and Lindgren are as a pair in the regular season, you can get away with it. But I don't think they're built to have that same exact type of game and size in the playoffs. If you kind of split those guys up, and you give them harder nosed players to play with, I think they become a little bit more effective. Leach never had the size, but he always had Bukaboom or Samuelson or fucking Rich Pilon or some other stay-at-home defensive guy that was always the physical body to body those people in front of the net. Leach was never that guy, right? And you look at a lot of defensive pairs like that. I'm sure the game is shifting a little bit, but Fox and Lindgren are a tremendous pair. But I really think next year you have to look hard into splitting those guys up so you get a little bit more balance from your defense.
Do you have the other pair, the other half of that top pairing then?
Well, I think Braden Schneider can go with probably either one of them.
Yeah.
Probably with Lindgren, just because of the right lefty combinations. But I mean, you put Fox with Justin Braun. I think he's going to be just fine. Or even you split up Trouba and Miller, and you put Fox with Miller or Fox with Trouba or something to that effect. And I think you're going to be okay.
So you got the players. Okay. It's just juggle the lines. Yeah,
and look, your fifth defenseman is going to be probably off the scrap heap from some other team who's got bought out, or he's aging, kind of like Patrick Nemeth. And we'll get into the offseason stuff, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. I don't think today's that day for it. But, to recap the Rangers season, I mean, Jesus, you had 52 wins as a team this year. You had Kreider with 50 plus goals. You have a budding star in Igor Shesterkin. When we saw that 5-year, $5.5 million contract he signed, and he's in year one of it, you got to be fucking tickled pink with what Igor is going to give you the next 4 years at a bargain price. So there was a lot of really awesome things that happened this year. We could talk about Panarin kind of disappearing in the playoffs, only really doing one thing in the playoffs. That whole line of Kopp, Strome, and Panarin really had a tough time in the playoffs for whatever reason. You want to talk about Strome's injury, sure, but still, there was a lot. There was also a lot good that happened in the playoffs too, right? You got a kid line. You got this Hedel, Kakko, and Lafreniere line that is now, you can kind of rely on them, as during the course of the year, it was like, you were very hesitant about putting them together. You were very hesitant about playing any one of them on the ice at particular points of the season. At one point of the season, I'm sure I said about all of them, send them down. Send them down to Hartford and let them get a couple of games down there and playing on the number one line. But at least now you have a little bit of confidence knowing that next year these guys are going to be your mainstays in your lineup.
Yeah, that's the only thing I had a problem with the Strome piece, putting him in for for Kakko, was that that kid line was working. So why mess with it in that game?
He messed with it anyway.
Because but even if I get the idea of putting in the going out, allowing the kid, put in the vet, but he wasn't, obviously not 100%, and I don't think that was the right move. But to be honest, I'm okay with it, however you go about it, as long as you're not breaking up something that's working against a team that clearly is very skilled, and you need that line to be clicking. I mean, I don't know. I obviously Mika, his line was. They were dynamite, but you got to get another line going, and you can't just shit the bed at the last second like that. So I think the way that the coach handled it too, afterwards, it's just, I think he knew he fucked up. He made a decision, it didn't go well. Strome maybe Strome played it up. I mean, he really could skate, and then he got out there and it was like, it didn't work or something.
He left the ice during warm-ups, though. You gotta know if the guy's leaving the ice during warm-ups, then maybe he's not ready to go.
Yeah, is he that hard-headed of a coach to be like, fuck it, you're going out there, break a leg or something? I don't know. It's weird. That part was the only thing that pissed me off.
There's a difference between being a warrior and being a detriment to your team, and I think that night Strome was a detriment to his team.
Oh.
And the right move for him would have been, if the coach or the training staff wasn't going to pull him, he should have fucking pulled himself. But what player is going to do that? One player is going to say, I can't go tonight, coach. It's the playoffs. It's game fucking 6.
Yeah, no. That's why the coach gets the money. He's got to make that decision and
he's got to make that tough decision. And just didn't. But look, the rest of this season, or the look back at the season, it was fucking great. It was probably the most fun I've had watching the Rangers since the mid 2000s, and before that it was the late 90s. So it was a lot of fun. And look, if this is just the beginning, you guys are going to hate me in years to come more than you do now.
Thank you for that qualifier.
Or was it the 1 year outlier? You're not going to get 50 goals from Kreider again, probably, right? That's a career year.
No, I think so. I think if you get 40 next year, I think that's a really for his track record. He hasn't never hit 30 goals in his career until this year.
No.
So I think if he hit 30 next year, I think it's a win. It's a win.
But so if he hits 30, is the team as successful if you take away those 20 goals?
I mean, you had him in other places, probably, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a big chunk of
They're
offense.
developing kids.
Mika, Panarin, we've got a lot of weapons that could potentially fill it in. I think
Yeah, but
Kreider's
he
gonna get a lot of points next year.
Yeah,
Though.
26 power play goals though. That's monster.
He was dynamite.
He was a monster all year.
Well, look,
I'll be happy.
I've
I'll be
got some
happy
notes.
never to see that stupid fire emoji.
Oh no, I can't
What are
wait.
you, crazy? Why would you say that?
He's a monster.
I do have some notes on this subject though, because if you are the Rangers and you had that big season and you rebuild and you went all the way to the conference finals, I've got what you need. I've got what you need to get over that hump.
Ooh.
And the first one I'm going to say is you played inferior teams in Pittsburgh and Carolina. Carolina, not so much an inferior team, just a team that was having a tough time with their special teams, and so they were kind of an inferior opponent. And Tom, as much as you say it's not about how many games they played, beat those teams more efficiently in rounds 1 and 2. Set yourself up for legs in round 3.
I can't disagree with you. I was saying the same thing. 100%.
And my second note, get more nasty. I know Trouba's already a nasty boy. I know that. But
you want the dirty, you want dirty Trouba to be more dirty. Okay.
Not only him, get it from other places.
He likes it when Trouba is dirty.
Well, look, I thought Reeves could have been a little bit more dirty, a little bit more
tougher to play against. Just tougher to play against.
And it's the threat of the hit. It's the net front battles that you need to win. You gotta get a little more physical. You can't just be that one guy. And here's one that I beg you guys for fuck's sakes already. Get a fucking team captain. Get a fucking team captain. That hierarchy, that leadership hierarchy is so important in the playoffs. When you're facing adversity, who's going to go tell Panarin that he's got his head up his ass? You need that. I really feel like you need that. And they've been skipping along without a captain for 40 years now.
I think 40 years. I think that's a stretch there, Bill.
Kelly Kissio, right?
Perhaps more than that.
40 years was a stretch. I think Mark Messier was a fairly decent captain, if I recall. If I recall,
that was close to 40 years ago,
but it wasn't. But I agree with that last statement. And look, how many times did Kreider stand up in the press conferences afterwards? I doubt any of you watch them on YouTube or even on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
But especially in
sitting on pins and needles until they were posted. Yeah,
there was nobody who stood up more and spoke more about the team.
Do they stand up during those press conferences?
And took more of the heat on himself than Kreider. And I think Kreider's your next Ranger captain, to be honest with you. That's just me. And hopefully that does happen. But what's next for the Rangers? We will talk about it, but a couple of moves they've already done.
Wait a second. I don't think Bill is done with his list.
Well, you said finally get a fucking captain.
Yeah. Well, I could also point out that you don't want to wait around for the big play. But
no, and they have to be better 5-on-5 too. You can't be waiting around for penalties to be called to put you on a power play that are obviously not coming in the playoffs because the referees are too fucking scared to blow the whistle.
Get used to that. That's everybody's
Holy shit. Boy, man. And look, ESPN, I really hope they take the time this summer to look back at all of the social media shit, at all of what people are saying, and even to take an inventory on their camera angles, their announcers, and just how they deal with things. I really hope they internalize this and really straighten it out for next year, because it was bad in the playoffs. It was extremely more noticeable in the playoffs. And I think NBC for the past couple of years did a good job with the playoffs and their coverage and their camera angles and all this other shit. But it seems like ESPN is just trying a little too hard to make more out of what it is. My personal opinion. That's
great.
So I really hope they take the time to do that. Kratzoff, they just signed Kratzoff the day after they lose the Eastern Conference Final. I'm sure that's been in the works for some time. But at $850, I'm sure he can fill one of those roles if they decide to keep him. Although, trading him would be a lot easier now with a signed contract, as opposed to an RFA. Don't know really what's going to happen. There's a lot of UFAs and RFAs that the Rangers really need to discuss and think about bringing back. They got the whole Strome thing. They got 8 players they need to sign with $13.5 million. You can probably rely on maybe Brandon Offman next year with his entry-level deal, or someone from Hartford coming up and playing a more substantial role on your bottom line and letting Lafreniere or Kakko or one of these guys being your top 6. So there's a lot of things that are going to happen, but I think the core is really in place. And I think you have to look at this summer. Ready for this? Into trading Jacob Trouba and not waiting until next summer. He makes $8.5 million, and his trade value is never going to be higher than it is right now. The only problem is he's got a no movement clause. So it's going to be hell to trade him if he doesn't want to move. And I don't know. He seems pretty happy. He's like New York since he's come here from Winnipeg. So I don't know if they can even move him. But if there was ever a time to do it, I think now is the time. His value is never going to be higher than it is right now. Personal opinion. I there's a 5% chance of that happening in the offseason, which means take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank.
But look, in the next couple of weeks, we will certainly see what's going to happen to New York Rangers, and as they prepare to get back to it and make the playoffs for next season. Just really sucks. Really, really sucks. Anybody else? Any other
Join
Metro
the
news?
club.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Up 2-0. What was your confidence level?
I was envisioning playing the Avs.
Roof?
When we scored the second goal in game 3, that's when I started going on the apps and looking at tickets for game 4.
Yeah.
And see,
Yeah.
and making my plans to fucking I made a lot of plans in my head.
Go see him
after
sweep.
game.
Yeah.
Were you already asking yourself internally who's going to be the first one to pick up the cup since they don't have a captain?
No, because the same thing happened in 14 where they didn't have a captain either. And really, Brad Richards was the ipso de facto captain back then. So he and the rest of the alternate captains did. But it probably would have started with Kreider and Trouba or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who gives a shit? It's all.
But you didn't think about
the
it.
point is moot. No, I did not think about that.
Okay.
No. But like I said, we've been there before. In 14, we didn't have a captain either when we went to the final. So, any other Metro news?
Quick Isles news. They fired two assistant captains, which allows Lambert to hire his own.
Assistant coaches.
Yeah, so I said.
I know we were talking the Rangers assistant captains. I get that. That's funny. That was funny.
Did I say captains?
Yeah, thanks.
No.
That was hilarious.
Fired two assistant captains. They were making like too much money. It was like, get them out of here.
It's like, how do you fire assistant captains? What?
Lou found a way. He's like, they're actually also assistants coaches. We can fire those guys. They're off the books.
If you were to fire an assistant captain, would that mean they're off the team or they just lose the A?
No, they just lose the A. Yeah.
Okay.
I asked Dustin Brown. He got to stay on. He lost the captaincy.
Captain. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a captain.
He was captain. Anybody else in Pittsburgh, New Jersey do anything?
No, nothing.
Not a thing.
Not a thing.
The Brad thing is
relaxing.
still out there. The PK maybe re-signing with the team at a low value is still out there. It's
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
it's a possibility there.
Wait, there was I saw on Twitter today something about John Gibson trade talks. with
Gibson.
Devils?
No, so apparently it came out that he asked to be traded, but then somebody talked to him today and he said, "No, I never said that."
Did he ask to be traded to the Devils and then they talked him out of it? Is
I
that
don't-
what?
They said if you go to New Jersey as the veteran backup goalie, you're going to be out for the rest of the year because that's what's happened 2 years in a row.
You may die if you
Yes.
go there.
So he was like, maybe not.
All right, let's move on then. Cup final preview. I mean, listen, at the time I really said fuck the Lightning because I was hurt and I was going through what I was going through. But
The 7 stages of
you
grief.
really expect them to lose?
Yes, 100%.
You do?
Yes,
Okay. Why?
because Colorado is that fucking good.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be a close series.
We got-
I mean,
I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a
it could be
final for
7.
the ages.
it could be. It's
Right.
gonna be awesome. It actually is a thing that was like it's the first time in 20 years that 2 Norris candidates are in representing each team
Right.
on the opposite sides. It hasn't happened in forever.
Yeah. When was that? And who won that one? Who won
Was it-
that final?
It was some team from the East. I don't know which team. Can't remember.
Was it the Devils?
No, I think it was actually Colorado.
Oh, did Colorado win that year? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It was like
Colorado, New Jersey. It was
Oh, that was the
I
right
thought it was-
yeah.
Oh yeah, it was Bork. That's right. That's right. So was Bork I guess he was the candidate. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
Bork-
he was a candidate that fucking year.
I
God.
think it was Bork and Stevens, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Fucking Bork, man. Imagine that being like, what was he like?
38.
last year?
38, 40.
Yeah, he's a
something like
Norris candidate. Jesus Christ, that guy was unbelievable.
that. So you guys don't. You guys are picking the Abs, huh? You're not.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
stick with
I
it,
got
right?
Tampa.
I don't know. I got to tell you, all that goes through my brain right now is, what they endured against Toronto, how they completely shut down Florida is probably the same game plan they're going to go in. I don't think they're going to sweep the Avalanche by any stretch of the imagination. However, how do you bet against this? How do you bet against this team right now?
It's hard.
I think you had-
Go ahead, Bill.
You had Vasilevsky kind of meet his match in Shesterkin in the last round, and Vasilevsky still took that series from the Rangers. And
As
then
much as they said, as much as the Rangers fans said that Igor is better in the first 2 games, and I said on the podcast, until Igor beats him in the playoffs, Vasilevsky's still better.
Vasi Kemper is I like Kemper. That's a big mismatch. That's a big
Yeah.
advantage for
Huge mismatch.
Yeah.
I don't think Colorado is as defensively sound up front end on the blue line as Tampa is.
They let in 6 goals in that first game, right? 6 against Edmonton. 6-7 goals, was it?
Yeah, so did Tampa against the Rangers. I let in 6 goals in that first game.
I guess, yeah. But like, I
But
don't know.
Edmonton also scored what, 8? They scored
No,
8.
it-
Well, I mean, if you
they
want
scored
to
9
count
goals.
that
They scored
Cal
9
McCarr goal, right?
Colorado scored what, 8 or 9 goals in that game, but it's going to be. It's the thing that Colorado has that you need to beat Tampa's speed, and you need it on the blue line, and they have it. They have enough guys on the blue line that can skate really fucking well, to be able to match guys like Kucherov and team. But the problem is, I just don't know. Tampa's got so much experience. It's gonna be really, really tough. And then, like you said, the goalie matchup might be the deciding factor. If Vasilevsky plays like he did in the last few games in that series, and he just plays out lights out, I don't know if they can beat him at that point, but we'll see. It's the speed of Colorado is a big jump from everybody else that they've played so far. So,
Well, I think Toronto was pretty close. with their
Toronto's-
speed. Toronto was
Toronto damn near beat him too.
they were
Yeah.
close, but their last couple of games, that last game, they looked completely lost. I don't know. They couldn't make anything going on. Matthews was completely just shut down. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a game plan problem they had there, but he couldn't get the puck. And they do it to a lot of teams, though. They're very good at getting matchups out there. So I don't know. If they're able to slow down the neutral zone as much as they did against Toronto in the games that they took over in that series and against the Rangers, and I don't know. They could do it. They could definitely keep him out, but we'll see.
I'm with Steve though. Like I'm obviously picking a different team than him, but what he said, like this should be one hell of a final because I don't think I'm picking Tampa. I don't think they're far and away favorites. Colorado very well could be the one to knock them off, and this should really be a great match.
I agree.
It's gonna be one of those series where like you've got a 2-1 game, followed by an 8-6 game, followed by like a 4. Like it's gonna be all over the place. I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a
Very
physical game. You're gonna have a game where it's all speed.
I just don't think Vasilevsky is going to let up that many goals. I don't see Colorado coming here. Maybe game 1, okay. But other than that, I don't see a way that Colorado is scoring more than 4 or 5 goals in a game unless it's an empty net. I really don't. I don't think there's going to be that high scoring game that everybody's thinking is going to happen. Just don't think it's going to happen.
Okay.
If it's a
Not
high
against
scoring
Tampa.
series, I think Tampa's in trouble
I
because,
100%
like you
agree.
said, they only had one line working against the Rangers pretty much. I don't think they've got the depth right now to fight with anybody. They lost that whole third line last season. Nobody. I don't know what's going to happen with Braden Point. I mean, that's a huge factor. How healthy is he, and is he going to really be back?
He was on the number 1 power play unit of practice today. And Cooper said all signs look like it's pointing to a high probability of game 1. So we'll see if Point comes back. That's a huge bonus for Tampa for sure.
That's a game changer too. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, yeah.
So I mean, but you can't discount. I mean, you talk about losing that third line, right? In Barclay Goudreau and Coleman, last year. But look at the players that they have to replace him. Colton's done extremely well. Nick Paul, they brought in from Ottawa, has really been unbelievable in the playoffs for them. And Maroon is just, how the fuck does that guy continue to win every single year? It's just fucking beyond me. And how the Devils let him go, I don't know. It's a little weird. See where the Devils could have been, Steve? If they kept Pat Maroon.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they could have been a 4-time going on 4 times. Well, no, yeah, right. Yeah, going on 4-time Stanley Cup champion.
Did they trade him to St. Louis? Or did they trade him to
No,
Tampa?
he was free agent. That was after the season. He signed there as a free agent.
Oh.
Because that was where he was from. So he wanted to go back and finish his career at home.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call finishing your career in St. Louis. Well, it should be fun. Starts tomorrow night or tonight, depending on when you're listening to this. Hopefully you're listening to it on Wednesday morning. So the Stanley Cup final starts tonight on ABC at 8 p.m. Should be a good one.
There is only one person that has a link to listen to it tonight, and we ain't hearing from him today. So
I think he's out in the middle of West Texas right now, kind of making his way around the country.
His off season, he's doing his off season hunting.
Yeah, he's doing
Good. Maybe he'll
some
put a shotgun
barbecue
in his mouth and pull the trigger.
I don't think that's the direction he's going, but he's probably putting stuff in.
A boy can dream, can he?
But brisket in his mouth more than a shotgun. So
that sounds delicious.
Sorry, buddy.
Maybe he eats as much as that guy in 7 who wound up dying.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Steve, remember that 2 minutes that you said you were going to be nice to him?
Yeah, that was funny. that was funny.
All right, let's go to our top 5 list. We should have like an intro for our top 5 list now. We need a little music.
Oh boy.
No?
I think everybody's looking at me.
Billy?
Just as this bit is winding down, you want intro music?
I think
winding down
the past couple of days. We got some steam left.
We got steam for days, boys. Steam for days.
We can milk this for a couple more weeks. So what we need you to do is after Billy makes the song, we need you to go back into the back episodes.
And
put the music in. You got that?
I'll tell you what, I'm right on top of that, Rose.
Okay, tonight we got our top 5 streaming shows. Now these need to be original streaming shows. This can't be like you just streamed Friends on HBO Max and gonna put this on the list.
We didn't clarify, and I didn't go this direction, but what would the opinion have been if it was a show that went from regular TV and then was picked up by a streaming service.
No,
That's
that would have
okay.
been fine.
That's okay.
That was what was
okay.
that show? Fuck.
No, I don't think that's the name of a show.
No, Eugene Levy.
Schitt's
Schitt's Creek, right? Didn't that
Yeah.
start on streaming and go to regular, or was it vice versa?
No,
No.
no, that was a Canadian channel in
It was
Canada.
a CBC show
CBC.
Right.
That certainly doesn't count.
that wound up
Canadian
finishing on
channels.
streaming.
Yeah, but it finished
Did
on
it?
streaming, so that would have
Yeah.
counted. It finished on Netflix or something.
Yeah, the final
Okay,
season
okay.
or two at least. But
Okay.
yeah, all right, I didn't include any. I just didn't know where we landed.
I didn't either. I didn't go that direction.
I didn't
But
either.
I could have done the Orville. So
That was
there
what I was
I'm
thinking,
glad now
Orville.
that we didn't go that way.
All right, Steve, you want to lead us off? Go ahead.
I will start with my honorable mentions.
Okay, this is
Yeah.
tight 45 tonight, Steve. You want a tight 45?
Okay, so my honorable mentions are. Should we name the streaming service as well as the show?
I'm not going to be able to do that, so
Okay.
fuck that shit.
Nah.
So, Normal People, Inventing Anna, The Boys, and The Morning Show. Those are my
Okay.
4 honorable
All right.
mentions. And you know what, guys? Those honorable mentions, not debatable.
Not debatable. There's a couple that I could probably debate there.
No.
All right, I'll go next. My honorable mentions: The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, The Boys, and Chef's Table, because I love watching food things at night. It's my favorite thing to do.
Is that like a cooking? That's like a cooking competition show or just a cooking show?
No, it's literally about like they focus on a certain chef, and they go like super in depth in their story and like their food.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's really cool and it's really well done. Also, I like watching food things at night because it's makes me hungry.
Fat people eat it, skinny people watch it.
That's the second time I heard The Boys. Is that superhero? Is that a
Yes.
superhero show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
it's more like a very dark version of.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, it's really. But no, you like it. You should watch it.
I'm gonna check it out.
Not with the
I watch it-
kids.
Watch by yourself, no one around first.
Yeah,
First
well-
episode.
Oh yeah.
Really, yeah.
Oh,
so
Can
yeah.
you tell me what streaming
Rip
service?
roaring shit. Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Sweet.
Yeah, that first episode is. If you don't like the first episode, you can just drop off. But you'll probably.
No, I think you got to give it 3.
You don't even need to give it. The first one's like the whole thing.
Yeah, but
Like, gets you right into it. You know.
give it
you're
3
right.
at least though.
Yeah.
All right, The
that's-
Boys. I
that's fair.
will check it out. Billy.
All right. My honorable mentions are Russian Doll, which was my top honorable mention, which
Oh, okay.
I was a little disappointed not to even include. It was a tough decision. Then I've got The Outlaws, Clarkson's Farm, The Grand Tour, and Red Oaks.
Red Oaks.
Red Oaks.
Okay.
I've heard about Red Oaks.
You didn't you turn us on to Red Oaks?
I think I tried to do that.
Billy did. I think Billy did.
What streaming service? And listen, this is an opportunity for me because I don't watch a lot of streaming shows. I still watch terrestrial TV and on the DVR with my wife. For the hour a night we get to watch something. We still have other shit that we have to watch. But this summer,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for different things. So, what streaming service is Red Oaks on?
Red Oaks
Amazon.
is also Amazon Prime.
Oh my, Amazon Prime.
I
Wow.
don't know.
All of my shows, all of my honorable mentions are Amazon Prime except for Russian Doll, which is Netflix.
Wow. All righty there. Amazon Prime. Big shout out. My honorable mentions. You guys are gonna hate this. This is an ESPN one. Man in the Arena. Thought it was fucking great.
The Tom Brady.
The Tom Brady thing was fucking awesome. Maybe the last episode kind of sucked, but the other ones were
Does
fantastic.
he die at the end?
Not yet.
Oh god damn it! I was hoping. Shit.
The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Cobra Kai, and Loki.
Loki
Are my
was good.
honorable mentions. Thought Loki
Alright.
was fantastic.
It's good.
So
That was good.
that brings us to number 5. Number 5 on my list is Ted Lasso.
Heard lots of good things. Heard lots of good things.
If nobody's, if you're not watching it, it's a half hour and it's just a fun show. That's all. Nothing deep, comedy, nothing too heavy, just an enjoyable show.
That's on the Apple, right?
That's an Apple.
Yes.
You'll like it, Tom.
Yeah.
I forgot about Ted Lasso. It would have been on. Would have been on my honorable mentions, maybe number 5. But anyway, it's not because I forgot about it. Number 5 is the OA, which is a sci-fi show on Netflix. It only had 2 seasons, but it was by far and away the most way out there fucking show I've ever seen. That just one of those shows that you just can't. I couldn't fucking figure out what they're gonna do next. Like next episode. They got canceled after the 2nd season because Netflix like decided to make shittier shows that cost a lot less to make, less complicated.
Did this show pop up on a list previously? Have you talked about this show before? Okay.
I don't think so.
No, he
positive
talks
I
about
have.
the other sci-fi shows that he's watched in his life,
Okay.
and there's been tons of them.
Yeah.
There are a lot of them. That's fine.
It's a wacky show. It's way fucking out there and takes a few episodes to even feel like you have any kind of grasp of what's going on.
To make sense of what you're watching.
Yeah. But it's fucking brilliant. The 1st season and 2nd season was really fucking good too. But
And it's called the OA.
the OA,
You get that
was an
from Tony
homage.
Danza?
no.
It was an homage
Yo,
to
Angela.
Opie and Anthony.
Hey, yo, Angela.
The Opie and Anthony. It was that way. Oh,
All right, my number 5 is a Netflix show called Sex Education. I went overseas and checked out their. It's about a high school kids learning about sex, and done way better than I actually anticipated. Somebody recommended it to me and said, "Oh, this is gonna suck, teenager sex thing," and goddamn, it's a great show.
It's on
Smart.
my
show.
list and has been for a while, right? Because it's not newer.
Well, it's British. It's British. Don't.
Yeah,
you,
but
you
it's
hate
not.
you
British.
hate it.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
You said that was on the Netflix?
It's on the Netflix.
It's not corny British, I'm sure.
No, not cool.
My number 5 comes to us from Disney Plus, and it's the Imagineering series that they have, all original series about the building of Disneyland and the parks, and it was quite fascinating. Very, very, very entertaining for me. Very good.
For you. Number 4 for me is a show that has I've referenced several times in various lists, but it's Big Mouth. If you're not watching it, get on
There
board.
we go.
people.
I have to watch the show
Multiple
now.
lists.
You'd
multiple
be a
list show.
fool
Nice.
at this point if you haven't watched Big Mouth.
Yeah, you're just an idiot.
All right.
Nick?
I'm an idiot. Giant fucking moron.
You're just
Mine
a
are
dumb motherfucking shithead if you haven't. Nick, how about you? Have you caught any yet?
Well, it so happens that I haven't watched it yet. Feeling a little dumb over here. Anyway, number 4 for me is The Mandalorian, which I feel it's just such a good show, and I literally had a conversation with my friends from college, like right before this call, or this we're recording.
It wasn't another
about-
podcast, though. You weren't recording
It
another
was not.
podcast.
Is it
not,
called The
but-
Rivals?
No, it's not. But effectively, it was very much a nerdy conversation around Star Wars, and just the only things that have been good the last few years have been Rogue One and Mandalorian, in my opinion, and everything else has been just retreads of a very stupid fucking character from the original series, and they can't get out of their own way. So anyway, I feel like The Mandalorian though is a breath of fresh air in that universe. It's got a billion fucking people that you could be that are not Luke Skywalker or his family or dumb offspring or Obi-Wan or anybody else. And not that Obi-Wan's bad or anything. It's a show. I just don't care. I want to see other shit. And
Dumb Offspring. Wow.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So my number 4 was on someone else's honorable mention list. And I'm going overseas for this one. This one's called Normal People.
Oh.
Were you
Excellent
surprised
show,
it made my list?
Yeah, because you hate British things.
And
And I guess maybe it's Irish though, technically.
It's Irish. Yeah, it's even worse.
But yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you hate Irish even more. I forgot. No, but it was a great show. Lots of ups and downs, and once I kind of figured out where the show was going, when I was getting to the last episode, I powered through all the episodes, and then I didn't watch the last episode for like 2 weeks because I knew I was going to be bummed out.
Digested it, yeah.
But yeah.
Have you?
Great show, man.
Not to give any another show off your list, but have you watched Conversations with Friends?
No, I have not.
So
I haven't heard of that.
So the same author wrote both books, and
Okay.
that just came out fairly recently on Hulu.
I'm up for a
Nice.
good Irish show. What was the name of this show again?
Normal
People.
It's a love story. You're gonna hate it.
Sounds fantastic. And this is on the what streaming service is this on?
Hulu.
On the
That's a
Hulu.
Hulu.
It's on the Hulu.
Hulu.
All right. Well, my number 4 it made somebody else's number 4, and it is the show Big Mouth. If you're not watching it, if you haven't watched it already, what the fuck else have you been doing?
Nick.
What
Oh.
nerds have you been talking to if you haven't watched that show yet?
At least I watched one episode.
And
Yeesh.
fucking ridiculed it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
No, I didn't. I just
that
asked.
all
I
this
just,
show
that's
is
the
about?
question.
Is there anything more than this kid just
Because
jerking
if
off?
this is all they talk about during this show, I'm not watching anymore.
It's funny because I was Jewish as I watched it, so
That's how
you're
Billy
on
is.
You
first
Yes,
had
base,
to be.
but,
Yeah.
You guys can make me feel better about my impressions. Those are fucking terrible.
Number 3,
Is used to.
Queen's Gambit.
Oh, that's a good show. That's good.
She is a brilliant actress, and
Ooh,
that was a
I
very
really-
good show.
I really like how it was just one season, and it's
Yeah, that's
you-
it. One
it's it.
story.
fantastic. Fantastic.
it took me a while people were talking about that one, and I did not want to watch it because of the chess thing. I dislike chess quite a bit. But I eventually broke down and got over that part, and obviously it wasn't about chess so much.
Right.
So, very cool show. I ended up enjoying that one.
Thanks a lot, Bobby
Thanks.
Fischer. All right.
show.
Yeah.
All right. My number 3, the last one on food, I swear, is The Final Table, which is effectively a Netflix show for like great chefs around the world coming together and on a competition show. But this one is just so well produced, and you could tell that every single pair of chefs that are on the show are just like the best fucking chefs. Every single episode, they're just like, you've watched like many of these like cooking shows, and just like there's always like something like, I'm gonna try making this fucking crazy shit, and it like looks like shit, and Trevor's just like, this is terrible. Every one of these fucking chefs are like world-class chefs, and they just throw together these insane fucking things. You're like, that can't be right, and that can't be good. And then they're all insane looking. And all the judges are like, these are all really good, but they're finely tuning like every little piece, and they're all super like everybody's like nice people, and I can tell that they've worked in kitchens for a long time, because they're not like assholes. They're like, yes, chef, yes, just judge, yes, judge, and the panel of judges are all like world-renowned chefs themselves. Like, it's such a cool show, and I wish they would do another
Nobody's
season.
trying to shit on anybody intentionally just
No.
for the just to try and make
Exactly.
something entertaining.
Exactly. And it's like chefs from all the world. They're not just like a bunch of US guys. Like, there's literally everywhere. It's fucking cool. And it's just the only one I've ever watched. I was like, I was like captivated by it. It was just so, I got invested. And it was really awesome. It only did one season, and I haven't done it again. So that was it.
So okay, my numbers. Cooking shows. By the way, I never watched one, and I don't understand the appeal. I'm a really fat guy, right? And so if there's food and I can't, number one, taste it, number two, smell it, I don't know what the fuck I want to do sitting around watching it. Like, looking at food being prepared, it's like the one of the senses that I least want it to be enticed by food. Anyway, my number 3 is I'm going overseas for this one. This is
Jesus
show,
Christ. Are there
on
any in the
Netflix.
US that you're looking at? Are there any?
Not him.
There's one.
Yeah, but that's
The
not even in
Last
America,
Kingdom.
probably. That's North America.
The Last Kingdom on Netflix.
Okay.
I started watching it thinking, oh, this bullshit Game of Thrones ripoff, and turns out it's better than Game of Thrones. So
What? Really?
dig it. Yeah.
What? This one's called the what?
The Last Kingdom.
Are there dragons and shit though?
The last.
No.
Vikings.
Too many people
Right,
were talking.
Vikings?
It's called The Last Kingdom.
Thank you.
The Last Kingdom. Thank you. Yes, and it's like Game of Thrones, but it doesn't have like the supernatural shit. No, it doesn't have the
This is on Netflix.
incest. Sure, but not like dragons and sci and like
Okay.
fantasy stuff.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Tom, if you just Google the show, you'll find out what it's fucking on.
I got my list. I'm
Yeah, I know.
keeping a list.
Just Google
I
the
know.
show and you'll
I
find
know.
out.
I
what's
want to
up.
be like Steve and make a list for fucking everything on God's green earth. Let me put
Wind up
this
in the
in
fucking
my
parking
little.
lot.
Let me put this in my little planner.
Sociopath?
Below what you ate today?
Jesus.
Oh, Christ Almighty! That's not the pot calling the kettle black. Whack whack. All right, my number 3 is actually a repeat of on somebody else's list. It is The Mandalorian. That gave me the probably 10 minutes of Luke Skywalker
Biggest
that I've
boner.
always wanted when I was a kid.
Just the
Always
biggest
wanted
boner.
to see Luke Skywalker kick some ass and be just this badass Jedi Knight, but the movie's ended, and that was it. That's all we got of Luke Skywalker was him killing his dad. That's it. Well, not necessarily killing his dad.
That's
but, you know,
all. Jeez.
I wanted more. I wanted more than just going to the Jabba's palace and getting Han, out of the clutches of Jabba the Hutt. Wanted more, and the Mandalorian gave me that. But I agree with Nick, man. That is probably the most original Star Wars, obviously, show that's certainly out there. And I do agree, Rogue One was stellar, and the Mandalorian is just as good, if not better.
New characters. What a novel thing.
No, look, I didn't mind Kylo Ren. I hated the direction and the storylines that they went
was
with all of those
terrible.
characters. I'm good
Terrible.
with all the characters and who they are. I'm fine with it. The storyline blew on every one of those fucking movies. Sorry.
Yeah. So let's not get into that, but yes, Tom, I 100% agree with you. Because we'll take like 10-15 minutes just doing that.
Okay, well then
We'll
let me
do- we'll
move
do
on
top
to
5
number
Star Wars
2.
movies.
No, let me move on to number 2, please.
Please do.
Number 2 for me, Dope Sick. Did anybody
Oh,
watch
okay.
Dope Sick?
I watched that one.
Maybe a little
Did
too
you?
close to home. I don't know.
Yeah,
I might be all right with that. Not
Okay.
watching that one.
fair enough. Very well done though, and Michael Keaton was outstanding.
He's a stellar actor.
As he is
can
in
only
everything
imagine
he
that
does,
show was
yes.
amazing.
Is it a series?
It's a series, yeah.
Okay.
That's because we're doing top 5 series list, so it's a series.
Well, I mean, it's
Just
no
so you know.
streaming
season?
shows. Top
It's
5
one
streaming
season,
shows.
yeah.
Okay.
Streaming shows.
Yeah, I remember
I think
seeing
they're
it,
gonna have
but I
more
don't-
seasons though. I think they're gonna come out with more seasons.
Really?
It seems to leave it open ended at the end.
Yeah, but I still feel like the story's been written. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you haven't seen it, the movie, The Paper with Michael Keaton, check it out, find it wherever it is streaming. That you'll have to Google, Tom. I don't know where that's
It was
streaming.
no. I've seen the movie. It was actually really good. I agree with Steve. I don't need to write it on my list.
Good.
All right. Shit. My number 2. It could eventually be number 1. Maybe not. Stranger Things. Anybody watching Stranger Things?
Yeah.
I see that. I haven't finished the latest season of it, but I've seen it.
Tom, I don't know how you're not watching Stranger Things.
Dude, it's
very
straight
easy.
up.
I haven't put it on yet.
I
It's
don't,
straight
yeah,
up.
but I don't know how.
80s, like
Well,
80s
look,
nostalgia.
It's your wheelhouse. It's
It's
right in
literally-
your fucking wheelhouse.
Oh man, so much so.
The wife and I attempted to watch the first episode, and she was like, "No, change it." Okay, that was it, and I haven't gotten back to it. I mean, I could put it on my list, but I don't know. Maybe I
You
need
should.
a
Tom,
top
it's
5
on
what
Netflix.
to watch list.
It's on Netflix, just in case you need to know. It's on
Stranger
Netflix.
Things.
Yes.
Yeah. Give it a few episodes because it's a little slow in the beginning because it's probably like the way they started it out, but it gets really quick. It picks up, and then I can't imagine you not like that show.
Alrighty.
My number 2 is from not overseas. It's an American show on American soil. The Man in the High Castle, but it's almost like a foreign country because it's a alternate universe where the U.S. is under Nazi and then Japanese rule in the West. So
if we lost the war, basically, right?
If we lost the war, yep. And Stephen Root's in it. He's amazing in everything.
Groot?
Milton's amazing in everything.
Yes,
I am
Groot.
Groot.
I'm Groot. Yeah, that's the name of that guy. My number 2. I'm going overseas for this one.
Oh boy.
Peaky Blinders.
Oh,
If you haven't not watched Peaky Blinders, it's this gangster. I mean, Steve, you would hate it. It's all about the Irish mob. You would fucking hate it.
Do
But
Irish people die in it?
lots of them.
Peaky Blinders.
It is just it's sensational. The acting, it's fucking awesome. Go watch it.
Isn't the chick from Queen's Gambit in there too?
I've never seen the Queen's Gambit, so I have no idea
What is her name?
Oh man, I'll look it up. It's the name.
But it's got the Jew,
And
it's got the Jewish people, it's got the Irish people, it's got the Italians, it's great. Go watch Peaky Blinders.
Anya
Fucking great.
Taylor-Joy.
That's the name.
Fucking great.
There you go.
Always escapes me just because it's a weird name. Number 1 for me is in fact Stranger Things.
Wow.
Ah,
It's like Nick said, it's got everything. It's got the nostalgia thing. It's a good story. It's like Goonies. I don't know how it's not on your list, Tom.
Goonies the series.
It's
but with
Goonies.
more
It's sci-fi
supernatural.
Goonies, basically.
Yeah.
Sci-fi
100%.
movies.
I would. Yeah.
Nick, have you ever seen the movie? I think it was called 8mm.
Nick Cage?
No, that was the disturbing porn
Yeah.
movie.
That
This
was
one
9,
is
yeah.
that was
like
9mm.
this was like kids making this is like kids making a movie on an old 8mm camera, but then you got I don't want to say anything.
It wasn't called 8mm then, because unless it's like 8mm movie, because 8mm is that's the name of the Cage
Yeah,
movie.
I'll look it up. You keep going.
Okay. My number 1. You guys have already heard me say this for a different top 5, so should not be a huge surprise. But BoJack Horseman is my number 1.
Wow.
Tom, that's on Netflix for you. So you
I started watching it.
Hey, there you go.
I did get through the first 4 episodes. I like it a lot.
It's a different type of show. It definitely is a slower burn, but it's very funny. Got great cast, and
The guy's a celebrity, lives in the Hollywood Hills. How can you not like it?
I mean, yeah, he's a raging alcoholic and
Raging
value depression.
alcoholic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my number 1.
By the way, the name of
All
that
right,
movie was Super 8. Super 8.
Super 8.
Super
Okay.
8.
Okay, that's the one that Abrams did. I didn't watch the whole thing. I've only seen parts of it, but should I watch it?
Sorry, I think so. I think it's entertaining. It's not, it's not going to knock your socks off, but it's entertaining.
I think you got to watch it. I think you got to get through Big Mouth first. So don't make any
Okay.
plans.
Don't be a fucking asshole. Watch Big Mouth.
Don't be a
already.
dickhead. Come on.
All right. Sorry, Billy.
Number 1 for me is not going to be a surprise for anybody, but I am gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm gonna slash this. I'm gonna say number 1 is Letterkenny / Shoresy, because it's really they're on the same.
It's all
they're in
the same show.
universe.
I haven't gotten into Shoresy yet, but it is next on my list. Have you
Give
seen
me balls a tug.
Obviously, you've watched Shoresy. Is it good? You like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. A lot. Yeah.
I was going to say Mandalorian should have been / the story of Boba Fett / Obi-Wan, because they're all basically the same show. But I feel like Nick and Tom would have thrown rocks through the computer at me.
Yes, we would have.
Yeah.
Because they're not the same show.
It's basically the same fucking.
My number one. It is not debatable
I think it is.
because multiple people have this as number one. It is our friends to the north, Letterkenny.
Yeah. I knew it as soon as you said it because you haven't watched Stranger Things and you were only starting on BoJack.
No, Letterkenny by far made me laugh, and I never binged a show as quickly as that. And it was fantastic. Letterkenny is number one for me.
I really have to binge it. I have a hard time with the voice, the what everybody says so fast. I am like auditorily, I can't hear shit like that. It's too fast. I don't process it very well. So it's really hard for me to watch that show. I'm trying. I'll try to catch up a few more, but does the lingo get easier to hear as you go? Did you have that same problem early on?
Yeah,
Or
no,
just-
you pick up. Yeah, you get
Okay.
used to their accents and the cadence.
Yeah,
Of speech.
because that is fucking. For me, I was like,
And
it's
got
gonna take me a
Katie,
while.
so you don't really listen to a lot anyway because it's got Katie.
On case on show.
It's a lot of
This-
dialogue.
This is going to be the first list I don't throw out because I actually need it.
You need it. Oh,
It's got all the streaming shows that I want to watch now.
So it's a lot, I'm sure.
See, you didn't even have Letterkenny on your list. It wasn't even an honorable mention.
I didn't. You're absolutely right.
Holy shit!
You're right.
Call yourself a North American person.
It wasn't even on the list of shows I was picking from. I just forgot about it, to be honest with you.
Wow. All right, listen. Next week we got to do this.
Oh God.
All right.
Give this bit of a break.
No, our top 5 list next week. Just
Is top 5 lists.
top 5 bands. Your
Wow.
top 5 bands.
Oh,
Billy,
no.
Billy has been
Oh,
Why are
waiting
you
for this.
giving in to him?
Billy has been waiting for this for so long, and since
Oh.
he's going to write a new jingle for our top 5 segment, this is just a little. I'm dangling a carrot right in front of him.
Oh my
I got
God.
a caveat.
Yeah.
If there is a member in the band, they can only be in one of the bands you pick.
No, absolutely not.
That is not debatable.
I think we gotta
I
give this to
refuse.
Bill. We gotta give this to Bill. Okay, you guys aren't. It's not gonna work out. 5.
Tom froze. I think Tom
Jesus
froze.
Christ.
Oh, he did.
I don't know if we can do
Am
5.
I back?
You're back.
You're back.
Am I more gooder? All right.
but-
Billy,
No.
you're meant to do this since we started top 5 lists.
Nice job.
I honestly don't know how I could do 5.
Well, Billy, can you do
that'd be
5?
Terrible.
I'll
you narrow it
limit
down
myself
to
to
top
5.
5?
I mean, I could easily do a list of 100 for you, but I will.
No
I
shit.
will just go top 5.
Billy's
Alright.
going to start
Alright.
his honorable mention list tomorrow. He's going to start saying it, and he'll be done by the time we record next week.
Wow. Maybe.
Nick, this is all time top 5, not top 5 current.
I bet you.
No,
Queens of the Stone Age
that's
is
what I'm
on it.
saying. Well, tough. Yeah, probably good chance. I don't know. I gotta think about it. It's hard. It's a hard one. I got a lot of bands,
Right?
man.
Top 5. This is top 5 artists or bands all time.
But our lists, not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
some fucking yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm gonna think real hard on that one. That's gonna be harder for me to do than anything else next week.
I get the feeling number 1's not going to be debatable because I feel like there's going to be some.
Oh, there's going to
Uh,
be 2 people. Yeah, there's going to be 2
Yeah.
people I think that have the same one.
2 people are going to
Billy-
agree on number 1. I
Billy
believe.
and I are gonna be completely different than the two of you.
Oh,
100%.
Without a
Oh,
doubt.
100%.
With that. We're good.
Oh no. I don't know. I got a very different palette. Anyway.
And now it's time for trivia with Bill.
Now this is the wrong bell.
Wow.
All right. I think we're going to be through this one in a snap. This is going to be quick because I think one of you is going to know this very, very well. All right.
This is
Hard
how we
question.
get down to a tight 45 right here.
We're already
That's
an
it.
hour and 10 in.
Shut up.
This is going to go so fast, it's going to take time away. Who did the Ottawa Senators receive from the New York Islanders in exchange for Alexei Yashin?
Let me see here. Daniel Alfredson.
No. Nope. Would not be
Todd
for the Islanders.
Bertuzzi.
No, sir. No.
Oh, I know what it was. This is a trick question. Because they actually got draft pick compensation that they used to pick Rick DiPietro.
Don't believe that's the case. Not
That's
according
gotta
to the
Is it Alexander
answer to the
Dig?
question. No, their first ever number one draft pick.
Nick's over there throwing up three fingers. I'm going to say 33, Ziggy Palffy.
Ah, good. Oh, that's a good one.
No, not Palffy. No.
Nope.
But it was probably Patrick Stefan then, right? Am I right?
Patrick's, was he been drafted by then?
No,
Not
sir.
even close. He was that's like 2000, what? Two, three?
The Atlanta
maybe
Thrashers.
it's,
by the way. That might have been the Atlanta Thrashers first.
Five. Is it
maybe
five
it's
or
a
four?
notable Islanders draft pick. Maybe they're going for something a little bit more obvious. I'm going to say Matt Barzell.
Ooh, wow.
Barzell, a
That
contemporary name. No, didn't
That
get
trade
traded for
keeps
the
going on and on.
Huh.
Steve Thomas.
Ooh, Steve Thomas is a good one.
No, man.
Oh, I thought this was going to go much faster.
Oh no! Of course. Come on, Pierre Turgeon.
Pierre Turgeon, no.
That is funny. Turgeon. That was a good one.
Is that a French joke?
Oui.
Nick, you're not guessing. I feel like
Well, you just let me know when you want the answer. I mean,
No, oh, okay. Then Wade Redden.
Wade Redden, one of the all-time great Rangers, from what I remember. But no,
He and Val Kamensky, along with Bruce Driver, might go down as
Wow.
the top 3 worst Ranger ever. I mean, that's a good for a bottom.
that's
list.
a good list.
That's a
Top
good bottom
5
list.
worst Rangers.
Top 5 worst
Rough.
hockey players on your team.
terrible.
oh yeah,
Write
we
that
could do that.
down.
We could do that top 5, bottom 5,
Write that
worst
down.
5,
That's a good
whatever.
list.
Did we name him like top worst UFAs? I'm pretty positive we did like a worst UFA.
We did that
And Redden was like
way back.
one of them.
Redden was one. Kamensky was definitely on the list. Kamensky might have been number 1 because that was abysmal.
I think we did the worst ever. I don't think we
Guys,
did.
hey, guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Can we get back on track here?
Oh.
No,
We're guessing at a trivia question here.
Oh.
And I just Zdeno not know the answer. Is there a multiple choice?
it is a multiple choice. if
We don't want
if you-
them. We don't want
No,
them
not-
yet. I
not
just want
yet.
to know.
Multiple choice.
Not
How is it
yet.
multiple choice?
Travis Zajac.
Hey, Andy Green.
Because I could drop a hint because the multiple choice has an
Multiple
option
people?
that it doesn't usually have that says D, all of the above.
What?
Oh, I see.
What?
All right, I'll give you 2 of the players. You got your best third one. Zdeno Chara is number 1.
Yeah.
Jason Spezza is number 2. Who's number 3?
Yep. Yo, you left a hard one for him, huh?
John Van
That's the
Beesbrook.
thing. Nope. You probably don't even know this player even existed, honestly.
Brian
I never
Trottier.
knew his name before I read it here. No, no.
Zarly Zalapsky.
Fred
Oh, it's an
Loretta.
awesome name, but that's not it.
Reem Zenora?
No.
He's from
First
Czech
team.
Republic. I don't know if you know that.
Bruno. Played in Bruno.
All right. Last guy, Bill McCult.
That's the guy.
Oh, Bill
I thought
McCall.
his
All
name
of
was
the
Phil
above.
McCracken.
How do you not know Bill McCall?
Wow.
Bill McCall.
Bill, I forgot that Spezza was actually drafted first. I thought
Okay.
for a moment I was like, oh, it's pick. But,
So
you know,
just for the record, Nick does not get credit for the victory here
no,
because the answer was D, all of the above.
Oh, shut up.
I'm sorry, Nick. Rules are rules.
I hope you choke on a Coke Zero tomorrow morning.
Oh my
It
god.
is quite possible.
Oh my god.
But it won't be tonight because right now I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat for Impressions with Nick.
Fucking great.
So there's been an overwhelming negative response to your decisions to move from the PGA Tour over to the
God.
LIV. What do you make of this response to your move?
I know many folks have strong opinions about my choice, but at the end of the day, it's my body, my choice. People have to
Al
respect me and my
Capone play
choices.
golf?
You're talking about joining the LIV, right?
Of course. What else will I be talking about? Everyone thinks this is about money, but it's not. How can fans know what it's like to walk around in $20K a shoe for Thule loafers? You can't afford to even comprehend what to know what it's like to be me.
There's an interesting response on that topic. It's reported that you're making an estimate $200 million just to play in a few golf tournaments. How is this move not about money?
Oh, it's about the money. Wait, I can't say that, can I? I mean, it's really about the children in Saudi Arabia who have nowhere to go. These tournaments are going to help fund orphanages for these misplaced children and give them somewhere to work in the summertime.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Are you saying that the LIV is hiring children to work during the tournaments in exchange for a place to live?
This is all going to get edited.
Are you affirming that the belief around the world that Saudi Arabia is abusing human rights on a daily basis right in front of the whole world to see?
Not how
I
Saudi
think
Arabians
I
talk
think
at all.
I misspoke. It's not really my place to say what is and what isn't child labor or human rights for that matter. People can think what they want, but these kids are happy out there. I threw a
They're
fiver.
magically delicious because he sounds like a leprechaun. What happened?
I threw a fiver to my new caddy, Habib. He's got to be 12 or 13. And he almost cried. He was so happy. I couldn't understand a word he was saying, but he sounded like he won the lottery.
I'm really not sure where to go after that last answer. Jesus Christ. All right. Maybe you can tell us what your thoughts are on the response other golfers who haven't left the PGA. There seems to be a backlash amongst the players and feeling that you and other golfers, joining the LIV could be blackballed by the PGA moving forward.
That works for me. I wear black as it is. I'll just switch my white ball to a black ball. Hey, where you going? Is the interview over? It was going so well too. I guess I'll get back to kissing ass. I mean, kicking ass, playing for the LIV, baby.
That was stellar, mate. Well done, my dude. Well
Imagine
done.
if he wasn't so busy at work today. How long that would have been.
I had a lot of training to do, guys. Sometimes it works, and it doesn't.
I have a guess.
I'm gonna let Bill take this one.
The Bears. It's the Bears
Bears.
guy. I'm guessing Tom's a reporter.
Good job, Billy. A+.
That was good.
It sounded kind of like a mixture of Phil Mickelson, Dustin Johnson, and I don't know what.
I think I know the last one.
What?
Bryson.
Oh God, yeah. There was a certain element
There's
of
definitely
douche
a
in
Bryson
there
in there somewhere.
that I couldn't place, and that's what it was. It was Bryson DeChambeau.
DeChambeau.
Oh,
You're overthinking this one. It was one character the whole time.
it was all
It
Phil,
was-
right?
It was all Phil.
It's all Phil.
because he's the fucking. He's
Yeah,
enemy
I
number
thought
one
I
in that
thought I
whole
saw
situation.
something about DeChambeau and $200 million. That's why I thought you threw him in there.
I think I know. I saw that was what.
No, I
Phil
thought
said.
he was more in the 100. I thought he got 100 and Phil got 200.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
something like that. Phil made the most. They would have.
Yeah.
They were gonna throw like Tiger like almost $1 billion probably if he
Oh,
took it.
they said it was in the high nine
High
figures. Yeah.
high nines. Like Oh my god.
Stupid money.
Yeah, and then the PGA's like, why are you guys leaving? They're like, I'm gonna make like $100 million playing golf for like a year,
Guaranteed.
and then I'm just gonna retire.
Well, listen on that, and don't forget, guys who are listening to this, U.S. Open picks are due to Steve by Wednesday evening. That John Rahm, I don't hate John Rahm anymore, just because of his comments in today's press conferences. He
What did he
says,
say?
I don't need money anymore because I've made enough money on the PGA Tour to retire right now and never play golf again in my entire life, and I'll be happy. I play golf for, because I love the game, for honor, the prestige, the history, all that. And that's what the PGA offers me. John Rahm, I like you now, buddy.
Good on you.
Well
Good on
done,
you,
my
John
friend.
Rahm.
Well fucking done. Well said.
We know where Tom
hate John
stands
Rahm.
on this PGA versus live tour debate.
Well, it's like the fucking they have that other football league that's running right now. Has anybody even watched a game?
No, and you know what's sad is the New Jersey Generals are like the best team in the league.
Are they real? I mean,
I think so.
It's just
It's
there's no appeal to it. There's no appeal. Zero.
It'll be a big. People watch like the first one, and then it'll just tank.
and it just
because
drops. Yeah.
it's
If
just
you
the
can-
novelty.
There was a shot in the Live Golf tournament this weekend. If you get a chance to YouTube it or find it on Twitter, someone hit a drive that hit a spectator in the back, the guy flat on the grass, just out cold. It was, I hope the guy's all right, but it was hilarious.
Do you though?
Well, I mean,
Given
that's
your
debatable.
part of impressions with Nick, I don't know if you do feel he's okay.
What? I thought that was a great impression. I like to do voices. I thought that was a
Wrong side
great
of the
voice.
boat. Okay.
That middle voice there, I thought it was good. All right, let's go
I
to
enjoyed it.
this date in Steve's stomach.
Oh, that feels better.
That brings us to the year of our Lord, 2009. 2009.
I got it.
Okay. And listen, Billy, there might be a chance for you to win a world championship at something. That's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Go to June 17th.
June 17th
June 17th.
was a Wednesday.
It happened on a Wednesday.
Hold on 1 second here. I just want to
This
verify.
is like the second week in a row. It came really close to your birthday. Which, your birthday's in what, 13 days? You'd be what, 50? 49 this year? How old?
Yeah. Huh?
You're gonna be what, 50 this year?
No, not 50.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you.
49. Sorry, my bad.
No,
Oh,
not 49.
48.
No.
Wow. Oh, 47.
Yes, 47.
Wow. You're the oldest person on this podcast.
By 3 weeks. It doesn't fucking matter.
It's a
3
whole
weeks.
nother month.
It's 3 measly weeks.
I'm just saying.
June 17th was a Wednesday. Skipped breakfast. Went right to lunch. Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, fries, and a medium regular Coca-Cola, because we had not switched over to Coke Zero or Diet Coke yet. Dinner was chicken francaise leftovers and a can of Coca-Cola, which I enjoyed after mowing the lawn.
How'd you like to mow my lawn?
We also finished putting stuff away in the basement because we had just moved in, and hung some pictures on the walls, in case you were wondering what else we did that day. Why did you pick Wednesday, June 17th?
Who's in front of their computer right now that can do a little research? Nick, you ready? I want you to Google the name Bryan Arya, Arya.
Brian,
Raya.
are you listening?
Arya.
Oh.
What do you get?
Hold on. I
Okay.
get TikToks. No, that can't be right.
No.
2009.
Yeah. 2009.
Do you know how Google works, Nick?
I think he's. I think
Hold on.
he knows.
Keeping it at type 45.
We're an hour and 30 in, Bill.
Two episodes. We're gonna split it up.
Bryan Arya.
Arya. So
Did
this
this
guy
person
won the 2009.
have multiple climaxes at the Air Sex World Championship?
You have it. He is the
That's-
winner of the Air Sex Championship in 2009.
Is
The
there
only
video?
contestant to apply an air condom and solicit an air prostitute. Congratulations, Brian.
How is there not video?
Oh, there's video.
There is video. It is. How do you know this is a thing? I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, this would Billy would
I-
be.
I don't even understand what I'm hearing. I don't even know what. I have no idea what this is.
Here's a crazy thing. If you go to YouTube and you search Bryan Arya, Arya, he's got his own channel.
Yeah,
What?
yes. He's got
I
a
have
channel,
my
dude.
own channel. It's not hard to have your own YouTube channel.
He's got
Exactly.
600
Well, how
like
many people does he have?
He only has 663.
Well, not 664 now.
But there's no videos of him.
No,
Air
you just
humping.
no. You can just Google Bryan Arya 2009. It'll come up right away.
No, this Brian Acosta I don't think
Is-
this is the same guy. Can't be.
No, all right, then I don't see any videos.
This guy
of
looks
guy.
like what's his face? That
Brian
married-
Gumble.
Yeah, I was thinking the other guy from the Cosby Show.
Oh, the one that married what's her face?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see any video. I'm dying to see a video of this man's performance.
Google.
And I don't see
Not on
it.
YouTube. Not YouTube. Google it.
Yeah, it's definitely good. There's Spider Pussy at the 2009 Air
Tom,
Sex Champion.
language.
Well, this is what it's saying. Bangtown in Toronto Air Sex Championships Part 2. Where's Part 1?
How did you even find this shit? I don't understand how this even came up.
Yeah, where did this? How did you? how
What
did you
site?
discover
is?
this?
What top 5 are you looking at?
It-
Top 5 air sex moves.
Wait,
Fuck.
hold on. Wait. Damn it. I'm surprised I didn't do this earlier so I can have Billy fucking go right up to the screen. All right, here we go. Okay. Is everybody there? Oh,
Yep.
shit, I might have I think I'm frozen. Hang on a second. Oh, there. I'm back. I'm here. All right.
That's not. Her name isn't Brian.
No, but I think this was one of the contestants, perhaps.
All right. Yeah, there's
So
no
let's see
commercial,
what this
nothing.
is. This is like sex charades. Maybe this wasn't the best representation.
This
of
is
what
like
they-
bad karaoke sex.
The other one, the guy. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one I want to see.
That's the guy from Letterkenny.
This is the guy I want to see.
You want to see this guy?
Hell, fucking yeah.
This. You want to see the guy?
She wants- Nick, is that how you used to eat peanut butter?
That's exactly right.
That's exactly how you used to eat peanut butter?
Straight
Wait.
finger in.
Is that Randy?
No, I don't think that's Randy. But wowzers.
That is-
Apparently anybody can join in. That one was from the New York Air Sex Champion.
How is there not a streaming show of that?
This looks like something that should be on like Real Sex or something, right?
Yeah, terrible.
No, actually, it's fake sex. That's the show.
I was
it's not.
I was imagining so
it's
much
not
better.
real sex.
I mean, at least look, they got their
Well, yeah, I mean they picked cover photo correctly.
yeah,
It's real sick. Real sex 76. We've run out of ideas.
it's like our top 5 lists.
Real sex 76. We've run out of real sex. We've got to go to fake sex.
Oh, there you have it. Bryan Arya, 2009 Air Sex Champion. Congratulations.
Still,
You
I'm with
still
Nick. I
explain
still want
where
to know
you
how
fucking-
that got discovered.
Yeah.
I want to know how you
Come on. You can't leave us like that. You got to
did
tell us
somebody
exactly how
give
you
you
came up.
did somebody give you that as a suggestion?
No, believe it or not. How did I come up with this?
The world wants to know.
I'm quite I Google search something.
You had finished all of the porn on the internet, and that was just the next thing.
That was at the end. That was the carrot at the end.
Fantastic.
After the credits, that popped up.
No, that's I think nope. I don't know. Let's
Are you like on what's that thing? Weird New Jersey? Like Weird New Jersey, 2009.
Oh no, it was I Googled funny events in 2009.
That's what came up.
That's I mean, I think that's 100% it. That's exactly what I did to get
Jesus.
that.
There are no words.
Wow, somebody classified that as a funny event. Huh.
Yep.
Okie doke.
There you have it. There you have it. Air Sex Championships. All right. That's going to do it. Oh, shit. We are. Oh, did I tell you guys that we are number 40? We were what, 47 last week? We
We're in
are
the 40s.
46th.
All right, so we're holding steady.
Moving
We're
up.
holding steady.
Moving up UAE.
We
We're
are
holding steady.
we are out of United States. What do they know anyway?
Yeah,
So we are 46.
I'm going overseas.
Listen,
of
I think we have to do a live event over there.
Yes, packing my bags right now.
And new reviews. Okay, wonderful. Don't forget to follow us on the Twitter at friends_rivals. Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We will read them on the air if you want us to. Turn on notifications to the Friends of Rivals podcast so you never miss an episode. Billy, say some word.
So yeah, shout out to a new listener. We got another female listener, a neighbor and a friend, Joanne. If you're listening, she's a parent of one of the Catholic school boys that Casey went to school with. So I'm so glad she's listening now after the sex show, the Air Sex Show segment. So yeah, Joanne, if you're still listening, I know you've got some pull with a local bakery that makes the best rye bread in the world. So if they want to sponsor us, in our Air Sex Show segments, give us a shout out. I'll put you in touch with our marketing department.
Oh, my friends and rivals. Flyers fuck, flyers fuck, flyers fuck off. Flyers fuck, flyers fuck, flyers fuck off.
Another fucking responsibility for the marketing department.
You're getting paid. Don't worry.